The Royal Army spent the night searching an entire airship squadron, but they could not find the massive orbital doll, nor the girl who rode off on it. The next day, Captain Amalthea, please, won't you cooperate with us? What kind of relationship did you have with that girl? And what do you know about the Society of Ouroboros? Captain Amalthea, stop being so stubborn. At this point, you're making things worse not only for yourself, but your men as well. I can't believe that's what you want, is it? We all went into this prepared to lay down our lives. You'll need to come up with a better threat than that, Captain Schwarz. Stop trying to play the martyr. You saw it, same as any of us, that gigantic orbital weapon. Do you not understand that an organization which can field such a thing has infiltrated the kingdom? How can you not understand the gravity of the situation? Captain Amalthea, Colonel Richard is in many ways a lover of Liberl. He wished for us to be able to stand independently against any threat we would ever face. I know he wanted that, if nothing else. And now dark clouds gather in the skies above us. Can you not consider what he would do in this Silence, huh? Silence, you pests! How dare you speak so casually of the Colonel's feelings? You dogs gained your new, oh-so-exalted positions by engineering his fall. Kanan, would you? Oh, I have plenty to say to you, too, Julia. You must be relishing every second of this, watching your longtime rival falling so far. Well, laugh then. Laugh and gloat to your heart's content. That's enough, Amalthea. I've crawled through filth and given all myself to the realization of the Colonel's dream. Now that I failed, I no longer have a reason to live. So come on then, drag me to the firing line. Let's get this over with. That's a foolish thing to say, Amalthea. By the way, I'm saying Amalthea instead of Kanan because I hate pronouncing the word, the name. Pardon me. General? General, why are you? I need to speak to Her Majesty about something related to our most recent case. I had some other business as well, so I thought I'd stop by. I only arrived in Grand Cell a few hours ago. I see. Thank you for your help when you're so busy, sir. Cassius Bright, the author of all our suffering. So you've come to gloat over my fall too, have you? Here to see me riddled with gunfire? Well, I certainly seem to be popular today. And here I was thinking I was actually as much of a lady killer as Richard. How dare you? You. If it wasn't for you, the Colonel, he would have... Ah, Cassius. I know you mean it in good fun, but don't tease her too much, yes? Is this Colonel Richard? What? That was... How on earth? Yeah, it's Colonel Richard. Colonel? Colonel Richard? It's been some time, sir. Yo, my man got a glow up. Yes, it has. Lieutenant Colonel Sid, Captain Schwarz. It's good to see you safe as well, Amalthea. Sir, I beg General Bright to allow me to leave myself for a little while so I can visit. You see, I have something I absolutely must say to you, Kanan. Or Amalthea, same difference. To me. Yes, I'm sorry, Amalthea. I'm so very sorry. I wrapped you up in my pride and narrow vision. I forced many bright young officers to shoulder the burden of terrible criminal deeds. I've wanted to apologize to all of you for a while now. No, sir. You forced us into nothing. We followed you freely. No, you didn't. Even if you think you followed of your own will, in the end I pressured you into following my desires. The responsibility's mine alone. This makes what happened this past night my responsibility as well. Sir, no. So let me make a declaration. As of this moment, the Royal Army Intelligence Division is formally disbanded. All previous functions and duties are to be taken up by Army Headquarters, and all former staff should give Headquarters all due assistance. Amalthea, thank you for leading my division in my absence until now. Sir, and with all that stuff, you no longer need to do crazy things like this any longer. You don't need to spend your life attempting to rescue me, so please don't say such terrible things as bring me before the firing line, please. Colonel. I see. Yes, understood. Thank you very much. Elnan, how'd it go? It seems as though Miss Amalthea is willing to answer questions. The army said they would contact the guild when they had something useful. Well, that's good. Huh, so that stubborn old mule is finally willing to spill her guts. Wonder what kind of trick they used. We can leave that to the army, I think. We have some things of our own to talk over. True enough. Well then, first allow me to provide you with your pay for this mission. This includes everything for all the small related tasks you had to undertake as well. I got a quartz, I didn't get to read it though. Say, Estelle, do you really think Ren could be... Yeah. She named herself one of the Enforcers, the Angel of Slaughter. If she's calling herself that, there is not really any doubt. There isn't, is there? Seriously, a little girl like that is one of the society's crazy murder goons? And aren't Enforcers supposed to be able to, like, break you with their pinky? You really don't think they're pulling some kind of trick here? No, I'm pretty sure she's telling the truth. Joshua was about Ren's age when Dad rescued him from the society, and he told me he was made to kill way before then even. You're kidding me. Either way, that girl pulled one over on us. She probably gave Amalthea the gospel and suggested they get crazy with that damn tank. She seems to have been the source of the letters as well. I cannot fathom why, though. I'm just guessing here, but maybe she thought it'd be fun. I mean, she did say, like, oh, it was boring and I had fun. That could be one motive. Ren put this experiment of hers together as a tea party, right? And she set things up so that lots of people, especially us, would participate, sort of like an invitation. That's kind of the feeling I get. For the love of Adios, we are here to thank those letters. We are here thanks to those letters, but to orchestrate it all just for her amusement. I could easily believe our little kitten is capable of such guile. She was, after all, very clever in balancing the amount of sleeping drugs she gave to us as well. Which means she wanted us to arrive at the docks at just the right time. That takes serious planning. So she's definitely the one who put you guys to sleep. Almost certainly. It was just after I ate one of those cookies Ren got for us at the department store that my mind went fuzzy. That was one hell of a failure on our part. If she'd used poison, most of us would be having this conversation at the side of she who dwells above. Yeah. The failure there is entirely my own. As the person in charge of the mission in Guildhouse, I should have been far more cautious. Please forgive me. Aw, come on, Elnan. Everyone's got a bit to blame for this. I don't think any of us realized just how far the society was willing to go. Yeah, that giant archaism. Even Grandpa would have had a really hard time making something like that. Even then, to make it move like that. And Ren. Oh, Tita. Come on, cheer up. Next time we see her, I'm dragging her out of the society feet first. What? Estelle? 5 years ago, Dad rescued Joshua from clutches of Ouroboros, and we taught him what it was to be happy. I'm Cassius Bright's daughter, so you know what? I'm gonna totally do the same for her. I'm gonna drag Ren out of the society of Ouroboros by the scruff of her neck if I have to. Sounds painful. Estelle. Yeah, we will. That's our Estelle. Yeah, that's the spirit. Such indomitable optimism. You're making it sound easy, Estelle. That's just how our Estelle is. Think even your father would be boiled over by how much optimism you have? Man, I'll say I'm practically head over heels for you at this point. Oh, Kevin, my man. Oh, Father Kevin, we've been waiting for you. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Archbishop Current was not exactly thrilled with me. He got on a really good lecture tier, so he held me back a bit. Oh, what's up? Do I have egg on my face or something? Oh, so you aren't an Ouroboros Skull Eater or whatever. But you never did answer my question. Who the hell are you really, Kevin? Ha, good point. You've been kinda good at dodging that particular question, Father. You aren't really just some wandering priest, right? I did promise I'd explain everything to you, Estelle, right? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Kevin Graham, and I am a priest, but I'm a priest of the Gralsritter. That's gonna be a mouthful. Of the Septium Church. A pleasure to properly meet you all. Gralsritter? Oh, I beg your pardon, but I would never have imagined someone as young as you would be one of the Holy Gralsritter. Olivier, you know who they are? You're aware that the Church has a duty to take custody of all ancient Zemarian artifacts, yes? Investigation and retrieval of such items is the work of an arm of the Church called the Gralsritter, the Grail Knights. Grail Knights, I'll probably call them that. Their member list is not public knowledge, but they are said to be artifact experts and combat masters to a man. Dang, you, know a lot about this. I don't know if you call me a master, though. I'm kind of the fresh-faced new guy on the team. Artifact retrieval? Oh, now I get it. That's why you have Mayor Dalmore's staff. Yeah, the Royal Army gave me that for safekeeping when I first came to Liberl. Liberl and the church have an agreement to hand over our artifacts found, you see. The whole reason Archbishop Current was, kind of ticked off is because I broke that one, mind you. Now I see. Oh, I hope he wasn't too angry. He really saved us and there wasn't any other. Yeah, we didn't have time to be what I'd call choosy. Thanks for that. Anyway, hopefully we can work together a bit more in the future, huh? If you learn anything new about Ouroboros, let's swap info again. Say, how do you know about Ouroboros anyway? Well, the main reason I came to Liberl was to investigate the society. Let's just say we've known about them for a while now. And to be more precise, I came to investigate the Shining Ring, the Aureole, that they seem to be after. The Aureole? One of the holy septarians granted to the ancient Zemarians by Adios herself. The legendary artifact we thought slept beneath Gransel Castle. Yeah, exactly. There have been some people asking a whole lot of specific questions about septarians across the entire continent. That kind of caught the church's eye, let me tell you. And then we learned about the whole hullabaloo with the ruins beneath Gransel Castle and the Aureole during the coup. So they sent me, the fresh-faced and expendable new guy, to see what's what. So that's the story. So hang on, you think the Aureole, it really is in Liberl? When we didn't find it beneath the castle, I thought it was just a legend after all. Do we even have any idea what it is beyond the legendary description of a shining ring? Figuring out the truth of the thing is part of my job. So yeah, I wanted to come by today and explain what's up. If anything more happens, what say we work together? Now I get it. Yeah, alright, I'd be happy to. It'd be a big help for us too. Yeah, I'm down with that idea. If anything comes up, give us a buzz. Fantastico! Alright, think I gotta go get my ear chewed off some more. See ya, folks. And he's gone. He's quite good at putting people off balance in a different way than Olivier. Heh, if you ask me, he still needs training. I mean, he's like the better character than you. He could stand to be a bit more elegant. You realize there is exactly zero elegance in your stream of constant nonsense, right? Still, all this interest in the Aureole, do you think this has something to do with the gospel experiments the society's been performing? From what we've heard, it's a definite possibility. On that note, that's 3 of Liberl's regions that have suffered gospel-related experiments now. I fear that neither Relent nor Boast will avoid their touch at this point. Good point. Seems like things are pretty calm here now. You think it's time for us to move on? Which means we should get to either Relent or Boast as soon as we can. Hello, yes, this is the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild. What? Oh, I see. Understood, we'll be on our guard. Yes, take care. Something going on, Elnan? They finally get something out of our little coop lover. No, this is different, though perhaps not unrelated. Sky Bandits have appeared in Bose. What? The Intelligence Division and the Bandits? Heck of a busy night. Where'd they show up? A fort they used as a base in Bose cannons, apparently. The army had repurposed it as a training ground. But it seems they stole back the ship they used to use and escaped. You're kidding. Oh, that would be the one Mueller went to retrieve. Wait a sec. Isn't this, like, really convenient timing? Does the society have a hand in this too? I can hardly deny the possibility at this point. In any case, it may be wise for you to travel to Bose. I'll say. Good idea, probably. No way to know where these goons will hit next, so we should be on the move. Yeah. Wait. Agate, you're coming along? Hey, with the Intelligence Division all cleaned up, my job is done. You guys are trying to climb a friggin' mountain here, so I figured I'd give you a hand up. Really? Yay, Agate's coming with us. I'll be counting on the power of that heavy blade of yours, Agate. Welcome to the team. Yeah, thanks. Okay, give me a second, I have to respond to something. Okay, good. Oh, Annalise, you coming too? Sorry, I'm afraid not. Kurt's group should be getting back from their training soon. I'm gonna team up with them again. Oh, okay. Very unfortunate. I was hoping we would get Annalise back. Team up? Does that mean you'll be working against the society too? Yeah, I think we're gonna look into finding their base. Base? Given Ouroboros' movements and actions to date, they must have had some sort of base of operations somewhere in Liberl. Until we find that and take it down, the game of cat and mouse will simply never end. I have a feeling we'll be working even more closely with the army in the weeks to come. The Royal Army seems to be doubling their efforts against the Society. We'll need their help to put an end to all this. It does make sense to have another anti-society team, I suppose. Well, I guess Kurt's team is gonna need plenty of firepower, too. Can't complain about them getting analyzed in that case. Sorry, once we find these sneaky jerks, I'm sure we'll need a lot of help to beat them. We'll fight them together then, okay? Yeah, we will. Chapter 3 is super text heavy. Hooray! Those silly little flying machines were no match for us. Thanks, Pater Mater. You go sleep for a bit, okay? Yep, see you in Xenogears. Welcome back, Ren. Low. I'm back. I went and did that experiment just like you asked. I know you did a very good job. You got a little creative with it too, a tea party. It's cause you told me not to kill anyone this time. I had to do something to make it a little less boring, and I thought a tea party would be lots of fun. And it was. We had tea and crumpets and explosions. Yeah, explosions. We need the explosions. How ladylike, Ren. So how did the experiment itself go? Why are they calling you? Clearly they said your name. I don't know why they're still calling you silver-haired youth. Ren just said your name. I think it went okay. That mean guy from the church kind of spoiled it with a nasty trick. But it was fine otherwise. We could use them in real combat if we want. Very good. I thought we couldn't make lots of gospels though. How are we going to use them as weapons if we can't? Mass production of them isn't necessary. These tests are simply to determine the full capabilities of the gospels. We aren't trying to make a weapon out of it. Really? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter to me either way. Have you found Joshua yet? I think we have. A number of the dolls we sent out to act as a diversion were destroyed. It's very likely he's responsible. So he's still hiding. Aw. I'm good at playing hide and seek, but even I'm not as good as Joshua. I hate this. Why is he being so stubborn? Why can't he just come back home to the Society, to us? Well, it's weird too. The professor said it's all Estelle's fault Joshua won't come back. But she told me she's been looking for Joshua too. Why would she say that if she's keeping Joshua from coming back to us? Ren, I wouldn't be so quick to accept everything the professor says. Huh? Truth can change depending on one's perspective, just as how people can see different shapes on the same moon. You mean like how some people see a face and others see a crab? What? That's right. The professor's truth may be different from your truth. You need to reach for your own truth based on what you yourself see and feel. You need to play Persona 4, is what my man here is really trying to say. Sounds confusing, but I think I get it. I really like Estelle. I liked everyone, actually. They're nice and they gave me snacks. Tita was fun to play with, too. I don't even feel like murdering them, so, like, just don't. Very good. You're a good girl, Ren. Indeed, you're a very good girl, Ren, and a very hard worker. Oh, Wiseman and Campanella? Yeah, that's your name. Oh, hi, Professor and Campanella. Hello there, Ren. Looks like you had a good time in Grand Cell, huh? Yeah, kinda. Aw, if I knew you were coming, I would have invited you. It was a lot of fun, you know. Haha, I feel bad that I missed it. I had to put on a nice little puppet show for a big burly bracer. It wasn't nearly as enjoyable as what you did, I think. Perhaps you should have reserved a better seat ahead of time, Campanella. By the way, Ren, I couldn't help it over here. You said you're rather fond of Estelle. Haha, sure am. She wasn't nearly as nasty a person as you said, Professor. She's nice. Ah, Ren, it's not nice to put words in people's mouths. I never said she was a bad person. If anything, I agree with you. She is both a charming and fascinating young lady. I simply said that she's part of the reason Joshua has yet to return to us. Wouldn't you agree, Lo? I won't deny that she's part of the reason, yes? Well then, that should clear things up. What do you think, Ren? Given the circumstances, shouldn't we make Estelle one of our friends? What? Make Estelle one of our friends? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. It's kind of on the weak side. She's kind of on the weak side right now, but if we teach her how to kill right, I bet she'd be really powerful. If Estelle joins us, Joshua will come back, right? I think it's safe to assume as much. Oh, Professor, I always knew you had great taste, delicious. That's going a little too far with your jokes, Professor. Remember, all who serve society must do so of their own free will. That is one of the core laws of Ouroboros. You need not remind me of the Grandmaster's etiquettes, Lo. Do you really think that I, in Anguish, would break such a law? Neither you nor Joshua were forced into anything, were you? In any case, breaking her will would be so dissatisfying. When she joins us, it will be entirely of her own volition. Interesting. Oh, please form my party.
Together now.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that, team.